Well, good day everyone. Guess where I am? I'm in the sunshine. I'm in the Northern Territories of Australia. First time I've ever been to this part of the world. It's those lovely, lovely people at Subaru and Darwin have loaned me this fantastic car. It's a Subaru Levorg STi. Now I've got to tell you something. I owned an STi many, many years ago. 2004 WRX STi. And it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. A magnificent car to drive, so much power, so much drivability, but you know what? Didn't really have everyday practical drivability. There was just so much power. The suspension was so stiff. Great fun to have in a car, but not the sort of car you drive to the shops in, really. It was a bit of a handful, I'd have to say. So when they said to me, these lovely people at Subaru in Darwin, they said, we're going to get you an STi Levorg, I thought, well, that could be quite interesting. Here is the thing. This is a different kind of STi. It really is. The level of luxury in this car is, well, it's a match for really any European luxury car. It's a match for the BMWs. It's a match for the Mercedes. You know, this is every bit as good in terms of the interior fits. My old STi, well, it was a bit simple, a bit basic. This one, goodness me, you sit in the cockpit, the leather seats just absolutely embrace you. And the level of trim, it really is fantastic. It really is top level trim. The back seats as well. You know, a lot of companies forget that people, particularly when you've got what this is, which is a 4-door station wagon, a sports station wagon effectively. A lot of companies forget that, you know, you've got to think about the people sitting in the back. Well, goodness me, there's so much comfort in the back of this car. It really is something a bit special. But STi, where does STi come from? Well, it's born out of rallying, isn't it? You know, the DNA of the Subaru STi comes from the gravel roads, the wonderful WRX, the Subaru World Rally Team, and all the success that they enjoyed all those years ago. And with the STi badge, you expect a little bit of something different. Well, for the first 600 or 700 kilometers, I thought this car is great. It just purrs along, eats up the miles, comfortable as you like, but it didn't, for me, have that STi bite that you would expect. And then I discovered this button. Oh my word. It's called what's hashtag S1. It's got a red line underneath it. I call it the smile button. This is what it does. Watch this. Just put your foot down, and my goodness me, it absolutely takes off like a rocket. You can hear that boxer engine throbbing. Oh my word. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. But this is the great thing about this car. It's got everyday practical use. It drives along beautifully. You have the power there. But if you get out onto the open roads, the twisty country roads, and you want to have a bit of fun, you want to use the STi the way it should be used, well, it's got all of that. It really does. It's got lovely looks as well. So, a little bit about the trip. Where have I been in this magnificent Levorg STi? Well, done a round trip. Went round via Kakadu to the wonderful place of Jabiru. Jabiru, what a wonderful name. Kakadu's a great name. So many great names here. Took it down to Jabiru. Fantastic drive through the wetlands of the Kakadu National Park. Beautiful. Then on to well, we didn't quite get to the Ubir Lookout. We got stuck at a water crossing. Yes, this is 4-wheel drive. Not a lot of clearance. It'll deal with quite a lot though, and we found that out on the trip around this part of the Northern Territories. It really will deal with quite a lot of rough stuff, but when you get 50-60 centimeters of water, you know, it's not ideal to be taking a car like this through that. But yeah, from there on to Catherine, the beautiful Catherine Gorge, with the helicopters. What a trip that was through the Catherine Gorge. Headed back then up through the Litchfield National Park to Dundee, which is where I got this fantastic shirt. Dundee is it's a fishing village effectively, full of fishers, beautiful place, gorgeous Northern Territory sunsets, and then back to Darwin, which is where I'm heading to now. It's been a magnificent trip, 1,600 plus kilometers in this wonderful car. Can't recommend it highly enough. Everyday practicality, but that STi drivability, that kick, that absolute fun factor that the STi gives you. It's been a fantastic week in the Subaru Levorg STi.